Are you ready for the future? How secure are your current transactions? A study was conducted by Javelin Strategy and Research, and they found that $16 billion was stolen from 15 million US consumers in 2016 alone, compared to over $15 billion a year earlier. And that's just in the US alone. Imagine a world where you can travel securely wherever you'd like using the blockchain technology, which is virtually unhackable, and be able to process a transaction with the assured touch of a button. The hunt for the cheapest exchange rate is over. Don't let the banks dictate how much interest you receive. Cryptocurrency puts you in control. We no longer are in need of all their bank fees and charges. Live life in the now. PAC Coin is the people's alternative choice coin. Join the movement. The future is now.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the very first PAC Q&A live stream. I'm going to be your host, Naomi, and I'm here today with Brad Marsh.
Good to be here.
Yep, you're PAC's Head of Marketing, and here to hopefully clear up some misconceptions surrounding PAC, and of course, answer some questions as voted for by you, the community. Welcome, Brad.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Well, can we start by just giving an overview of the last few months for PAC?
Absolutely, sure. I mean, most of the community will probably agree with me when I say it's been a bit of a wild ride. Since the development team took on PAC as a project, mostly as one of the questions points out, as volunteers, there has actually been growth that we did not expect and that we didn't plan for. Some YouTubers picked up on PAC and promoted it, as well as some other marketing activities that we did that pushed PAC in the face of consumers, and we skyrocketed by over 4,000% in the space of 2 months. So much so that we broke the exchange, one of the exchanges that we were on that accounted for almost 90% of our trading volume. As a result of that, as a lot of the community is well aware, we got stuck in this 1 or 2 Satoshi limbo, as it were, which was a good thing and also a bad thing. It stunted our growth, which stopped us from reaching the all-time high that we were expecting, but also gave us some stability and gave the team some breathing space while we could focus on actually making the improvements to not only the coin, but the platforms that we're planning to launch in 2018.
Blimey, that is a lot to happen in a very short amount of time.
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to start with the questions now. Is that all right?
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, first question. How will PAC differ to the thousands of other altcoins? Why should I buy this coin? What real problems will this coin address?
Yeah, that's a good question. And it's a question that the community has been asking, I think, since they either invested in the coin or started hearing about the coin. And what makes PAC truly different is the fact that it's a community coin. It is built for the people and shaped by the people. In the last month alone, PAC has essentially been sculpted from the ground up by the community. They've chosen a logo, they've chosen the new name for the coin, and we're hoping that the community has much more involvement with us moving forward once we have the infrastructure in place to actually account for that type of community input. Because at the moment we're relying very much on the social media platforms that are available to us, like Reddit, Discord, Twitter in some cases, and trying to manage, I think the last time we checked the figures was about 400,000 unique investors, all with their own unique voice, trying to share their opinions on the coin. That needs to be kind of centralized and put into our own platform, which is what our social media PAC file, or the social media platform PAC file, is going to achieve. But why you should buy PAC purely is because it's so early in this coin's growth. I mean, the previous coin was dead, quote unquote, and the new coin, which has essentially relaunched as a starting phase at the start of November, is essentially not worth that much at the moment. I mean, the value has increased greatly, but it's still incredibly cheap. So people that buy now are essentially guaranteeing themselves profit in the next couple of months, maybe years. I really think it's something that it's an opportunity that can't really be missed. So
No, that's excellent. You know, it's very refreshing to hear about something so shaped by the community.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's really lovely to hear that. Now, second question. As you mentioned earlier, the developers are currently volunteers. So what are your plans for business revenue? Will there be a percentage out of each block that is minted that goes back to PAC? And if so, what services does this coin plan to offer to bring in more revenue and more users?
Sure, absolutely. Essentially, the coins that are mined, there is going to be a percentage that goes to marketing and operations. I believe that's around 15%. And then 5% of the coins that are going into our treasury are going to be used for, like people are aware, charitable causes, which will be voted on by the community. And those charitable causes initially will be our use cases, because charities are going to be seeing our donations as PR opportunities, which will not only market the coin, but it will also allow these charities to use PAC as a currency to purchase anything they want to, maybe approach their partners and say that we want to use PAC to purchase goods and services off of you. It's very much going to be centered around the community and finding use cases from the community. PAC File as a social platform is going to be used as a means to host community-driven content, and PAC will be used as a medium of exchange within the community as well.
Okay. Now, next one, we've got lots of questions in one here.
Sure.
Okay. When is the new website being launched? How will PAC get on more exchanges, and what are your focused trading pairs? And can you also give us a summary as to how the fork is going to work in March?
That is a lot of questions.
Yes.
I'm not going to lie. I'll start with the website.
Okay.
The website is finished, guys. The website's finished. So that's been good. I've been working with myself and a couple of back-end developers on the site with a background in graphic design. It's been really nice to actually work on a website that I have a personal interest in and obviously have a stake in as well. So it's kind of driven me to do a really, really good job. The original site wasn't great visually, and it's been my responsibility as well as others to basically bring it up to the standard that we expect. We're a top 50 coin now, or we were when we hit our all-time high. And we need a website which is reflective of being a top 50 coin, because otherwise we're not going to attract new investors and new opportunists. So the website's done. The reason we haven't launched it is because, as the community probably is aware, they voted on a logo and a brand. And it made no sense for us to launch the website while that brand was still up in the air. We didn't know whether a red logo or a green logo or a blue logo was going to be chosen. So we would be launching the site, the community would have voted on the brand, and then we would have had to pull it down again and rechange it. But now that the logo has been chosen, we should be launching it relatively soon. The plan to get on more exchanges, that is going to be a direct result of the fork that's happening in March. As people are aware, the fork is going to be bringing the total supply of PAC down from 3.5 trillion to 3.5 billion. What that will do is it will raise the accumulative price of PAC up, and it will bring us into a position where we can be traded with Litecoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin, and other larger, more popular cryptocurrencies. This will make us more appealing to exchanges, and as a result allow us to get on them. We're already in talks with various exchanges, and we're hoping to basically hit the ground running when the redemption happens. So we will launch the new coin, and then the new exchanges will hopefully open their doors to us, and that will snowball us in the right direction. So I think current investors are going to be very happy in the months preceding the new coin launch.
Excellent. Now everyone is eagerly awaiting the white paper release.
Okay.
Yeah? We've heard that you personally are working on the white paper. Is there any information you can give us before it drops on February the 1st?
The only information I can give you is don't ever work on a white paper. It's stressful. Honestly, there's a lot riding on the white paper.
Yeah.
If the white paper isn't good and doesn't have not only the right sort of tonality, but the correct technical information, then people aren't going to be sold on the coin's future.
Yeah.
So I've made it my personal goal to drill the devs down to their skulls to get as much technical info as possible about the coin, how it's improved over the previous coin, and how it stacks up in comparison to its competitors. It absolutely blows Bitcoin out the water in terms of speed, reliability, security, and transaction fees already. So I hope people are excited. I'm not going to let you down. It looks good. We're going to be taken seriously. And I think it's something that we should have released before the coin got to the value it has, but we didn't know this was coming.
Well, how could you? I'll take that advice and I will not work on a white paper.
Exactly.
No. Now, there are rumours about PAC becoming a decentralised exchange.
Sure.
Have you got any comment on this?
Yeah, this was a question that I struggled to answer directly myself, so I reached out to the devs to answer it. So I will read a response directly. So basically, they said that PAC will be a brand that other coins and services will want to have in their exchange platforms. The design of the masternode system isn't intended to promote the concept of a decentralized exchange. However, we'll leave that up to third parties to provide exchange solutions that benefit everyone. So you guys can take that at face value. That's the answer I got from the devs, and I'm sticking with it. So.
Very wise decision. Now, the social media platform of PAC, which the community have not quite decided on yet, the name of, is it going to be PAC Life or PAC File? I'd go with PAC Life if you're asking me.
Okay, that's your personal choice.
Yeah, it's my personal choice,
okay.
But I can understand if you're not asking me though.
Okay, fine.
Now, how will PAC be integrated into PAC Life or PAC File?
Sure. And
how will PAC's price be impacted by that?
Yep, solid question. PAC Life / PAC File is not just a social media platform. It's not just a place for people to air their opinions, vote on the coin's major sort of fork decisions or marketing decisions. It is going to be a place that is similar to Kickstarter and similar to Fiverr. So if people are aware, Fiverr.com is a website where professionals can offer their services for fees, and Kickstarter is a website which allows communities to fund private projects, and that's what PAC File is going to be. At least at launch, that's what it's going to be. There are so many big features planned for PAC File / Life, whatever we finally decide on the name, that I'm excited about. I don't know the exact timeframes on when those additional features are going to be happening, but we'll definitely keep everyone aware. But the alpha stage is currently live and people are testing it, and I'm certain that it will hit the ground running. So.
The whole concept sounds very exciting to me, I've got to say.
No worries.
Yeah. Okay, now we talk about transparency. When will we see a team page, and what are your plans for expansion of the team now that PAC is growing this fast?
Sure.
It is growing fast.
Well, like everyone knows, the team is primarily made up of volunteers. We have a few full-time members of staff, but the volunteers have done this, you know, kudos to them. These guys have full-time jobs, and they've decided to give up their spare time to help get PAC to the level that it is. And I think it's asking a hell of a lot for these people to then put their public information out in front of people this early in the coin's lifespan. It's something that will come with time. When we relaunch the website, there is talks of integrating a About Us, a Meet the Team page. I mean, I've already made it quite publicly obvious who I am as the head of marketing for the company. And unfortunately for me, some members of the community have gone out their way to kind of find out a little bit about me and my personal life. I've taken it on the chin and we've moved on from that. But I don't blame the devs at all for seeing what has happened over the last couple of weeks and kind of being very hesitant to give their own identities out. It's something that I know will happen in the long run, but I can't give a time frame on when that will happen.
Well, it's totally understandable.
Sure.
And it's very admirable that there were volunteers doing this out of their own time.
Exactly.
It's very lovely. Now, can you please relay a few real-world scenarios of how PAC will be used in a practical sense? And what is your strategy for competing with other top coins like Bitcoin or Ethereum?
Okay. Well, in terms of the actual tech side of the coin, like I said earlier, it blows Bitcoin out of the water.
Yeah.
It's faster, it's got lower transaction fees, and it's more secure. I've got a reply from the devs, I think, on this question.
Yeah.
So let me have a look. Yeah.
Perfect.
So the devs responded, sure, we have partnerships in talks for a dedicated exchange for PAC to be possibly run by one of the big exchanges in a partnership. So secondly, the new PAC is, like I said earlier, is better than Bitcoin and some of the other alt currencies out there in pretty much every way. And it doesn't really offer any comparison. So I'm going to touch more on that partnership with an exchange later, because that's quite exciting. But that's one of the first times I've actually read that response, so I kind of just winged that one.
Yeah.
But I will touch more on that exchange a bit later.
Okay, perfect. Okay, thank you. So we're going to move on to some questions regarding masternodes now.
Sure.
How many masternodes will there be in total? How does PAC's masternodes compare to that of Bitcoin and Litecoins? And for those on the fence about acquiring a masternode, what are some of the benefits of owning one?
Okay, well, the devs have told me that we forecast that there's going to be an 80% adoption of all masternodes on launch of the new coin, which is amazing. People that are on the fence about owning a masternode, I would highly recommend doing so if you can afford one. I mean, the price of a masternode this time 3 months ago was far less than it is now, so I appreciate that it's quite a significant investment. For people that did acquire masternodes previously, you're going to be very happy. As people know or might not be aware of, masternodes are used for staking and for helping secure the network. So if a investor chooses to stake their coins, they can expect to see a 7 to 9% return on the value of their coins every 720 hours while they're staking their coins. The total value of owning a masternode, as voted by the community, has been reduced from 2 billion coins down to 500 million. That's old PAC. So if you divide that number by 1,000, you work out the value of what the cost to own a new masternode will be upon launch. So for people that are on the fence, I would recommend it. There's a lot to be gained from being a supporter of the network. You'll also get a stake, like a higher stake when it comes to voting on PAC File as well, or PAC Life. So yeah, you'll have like a priority vote as well. So masternode owners will also get more say as well, which I think is a nice little bonus that we're throwing in there. So.
Well, the previous coin was considered a clone of Peercoin, and the new coin intends to be a clone of Dash. Is this correct? And is this coin a privacy coin?
Yes, the old coin was based off Peercoin, and the new coin is, yes, based off of Dash.
Okay.
I saw some comments on Reddit where a lot of people were like, is it going to be a privacy coin? Is it going to be a privacy coin? Yes, it's going to be a privacy coin. So I hope that answers a lot of questions. It is based entirely on speed, security, and I think the Dash platform is a great platform to launch from.
Brilliant. Well, that's answered that. And now, finally, this is the last question. There were pictures floating around online about a PAC-branded truck doing the rounds of a Las Vegas strip. Yes, did this really happen? And what was the aim?
The PAC Vegas truck. The PAC Vegas truck.
That's brilliant.
PAC Vegas. That is really catchy. I might use that.
Please do.
Okay, that's real.
Okay.
That is 100% real. That was not photoshopped. The PAC truck did exist. From what I've been told, that is off the back of the conversation that the CEO had with a major broadcast network about 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
They were interested in doing a documentary, the details of which I'm not 100% clued up on.
Okay.
I know that there is a documentary currently being filmed about PAC and its kind of story to where it is right now, and that truck was a part of that filming process. But the truck actually gave us some really good exposure, and it was a really good way of brand exposure for us, and a lot of people on Twitter saw it and were sharing photos of it, so it was real.
Okay,
so,
PAC Vegas is real.
PAC Vegas is real.
All right. Okay, so we've come to the end of the questions now, but we've heard you have some special announcements.
Absolutely.
Would you care to divulge?
Sure. Okay, the first announcement, guys, is with the launch of PAC File imminently, we're going to be doing a large charity giveaway of 250 million PAC. So this is the old PAC. So the current market value of 250 million PAC will be given as an initial charitable donation, and we want PAC File to be full of people registering and getting their votes in. So we want to drive traffic to that site by doing this giveaway. This is going to be a huge PR opportunity for us, a huge marketing opportunity for us. PAC is going to be in the public eye when we do this. New investors are going to see this, and it's going to really solidify us as a legitimate opportunity and, like I say, a charitable coin that is so fundamental to the foundation of this coin. So it's not going to be just one charity. It doesn't have to be 250 million PAC given to one charity. If the community says so, we will split that value up equally over 3, 4, or 5 different charities. It doesn't have to be, it can be local charities, it can be major global charities. We don't mind. We're looking for that community feedback, and we want the community to be able to be proud that they support a coin that also supports charitable organizations. So that's coming off us, and we're really happy to do that. So
brilliant.
Yeah,
that was your first announcement.
that was our first one.
You have another one?
Yes. For people that were keen-eared earlier and during the decentralized exchange question, you mentioned we talk about a third-party exchange.
Yes.
We are planning towards the end of 2018. Those dates aren't confirmed, but around that time we're going to be launching a direct competitor for Coinbase. A direct competitor for Coinbase. What that basically means is we're going to be launching a platform which allows people to purchase cryptocurrencies with USD, with GDP, and euros. PAC is going to be used similar to how Binance has its own currency. So PAC will be used to facilitate the transactions and take a cut of the fee as well. So it's big. It's really big. If we get it right, it's going to work. But it's not just a direct competitor for Coinbase. I mean, that's great in itself. That's much needed. Coinbase has a monopoly on the market, and we want to take some of that off of them. But we're going to be making it the eBay, the Google, the LinkedIn, the Wikipedia of crypto as well. So it's going to be called Coin File, but the community will probably make us change the name. But the initial choice is Coin File.
Okay.
And yeah, it's going to be a host of information. It's going to be a host of market influencers. It's going to be community driven. It's going to have so many features. So people won't need to go to CoinMarketCap, to CoinGecko to get their prices. They'll be able to get it all from this one platform while making trades and using PAC to purchase every single old currency that's out there. It's going to be big, and I wish I had more information, but I don't think even the devs are going to release too much just yet, even to me, because I have a massive mouth and I'll end up putting it on all our social media channels. But CoinFile fall 2018, guys, it's going to be big.
That is a lot of very exciting news, and so much to happen in such a short time. Thank you very much, Brad. Thank you so much.
No worries.
Okay. And thank you to everyone who's tuned in, whether you're watching us as we're streaming or a little bit later on. Thank you for everyone who's tuned in across the globe. I've been Naomi, you've been Brad, and that is it for us. Thanks.
Take care.
If you enjoy this content, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the little bell beside the subscribe button to ensure you get notified of future important videos and live streams.